I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you share with us about the unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all of these people's lives over the course of time. I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it for Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see them as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes.
Do you think that worked?
I do think that works. That is why we are here today. And we are going to first welcome from Chicago, Illinois, founder and CEO of Black Women Startup, a boutique consulting and automation agency that has supported nearly 1,000 Black women entrepreneurs over 9 years, transitioning from career roles into business ownership. 15 years as an entrepreneur and strategic planner specializing in AI and automation and tech integration for solopreneurs to accelerate time, revenue, and operational balance. Chicago-based business educator and community advocate dedicated to closing 30% income gap, creating financial equitable pathways for women of color. Let's welcome to the show, E.R. Spalding.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so excited to be here. And a little fun fact about me, when I was 7, part of the Merit program, I was featured on Channel 7 for being the youngest individual playing the trombone, taller than me, and needing a string to hit 7th position.
Trombone at 7, Spalding. That is impressive and a super fun fact. You nailed it on the fun fact. Love it. And Spalding, are you ready to have some fun on the Heart of Influence?
I am.
Let's go. Next up, rolling with Spalding from Philadelphia, PA, founder of Stars to Doc where are you? We're on Dr. Nathaniel. Yeah. Founder of Stars2Doc.org, advancing STEM mentorship to underdeserved youth through education, exposure, and physician guidance. John Hopkins trained physician, 52 years in clinical experience, lifelong advocate for diversity, mentorship, medical education, partner with Wetzel Organization, aligning sponsorships and strategic support to expand nonprofit community impact. Let's welcome to the show, Dr. Nate Evans.
Hello. My fun fact is that I grew up in Florida, and I kept hearing people say that left-handers are smarter. Left-handed people are smarter. I was left-handed. I felt myself quite fortunate. And I had 3 kids. They're all right-handed, and they're all smarter than me.
That is a super fun and funny fun fact, Dr. Nate. 3 kids smarter than you. I don't know. I think you're probably pretty smart as well. But Dr. Nate, are you ready to have some fun on the Heart of Influence today?
I'm ready. I am ready.
do it. Next up from South Carolina, beauty entrepreneur and influencer representing pharmacy, offering skincare, makeup, personal care, and men's grooming products. New business owner launching a pharmacy beauty brand focused on confidence, self-care, and community-driven growth. Wellness and beauty influencer helping customers discover accessible, high-quality products for everyday personal care routines. Let's welcome to the show, Tonette Chatham.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm so excited to be here. I'm so honored. A fun fact about me is I started dating my husband on my birthday, September 28th. We got engaged on my birthday, September 28th. And we got married on my birthday, September 28th. And now we have a 4-year-old son that I'm so proud of.
That is awesome. November 28th is an auspicious day for you. A lot happens on that day. That is absolutely beautiful, Tonette.
It's September 28th. I'm sorry, Bella.
September 28th. Well, happy anniversary, happy birthday, happy engagement, happy first day, happy all the things on
Thank you.
September 24th. Welcome, Tonette, to the Heart of Influence. And are you ready to have some fun?
Absolutely.
Beautiful. Let's do it. Of course, next up from Chicago, Illinois, founder, Empowered Speaking, coaching entrepreneurs in storytelling, stage sales, and confident business communication. Speaking coach delivering improv-based training for corporations to build adaptability, confidence, and emotional intelligence. Helps entrepreneurs attract clients through compelling messaging, workshop, and influence-driven presentations. Let's welcome to the show, Valerie Fuson.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so excited to be here. It's an honor.
Valerie, it is an honor to have you here. And Valerie, your fun fact, please.
Yes, I was 50 years old when I took my first improv class, and the room was filled with 20 and 30-year-olds. And I thought, oh my God, I'm too old for this. But they welcomed me, and we studied together for a whole year. And I just felt like one of the kids. So you're never too old to take improv, and it's just wonderful working with all different ages.
Oh, I love that. That is so fun. I've often thought about doing an improv class, but I'm never in one city or state long enough to commit to that. So maybe one day, Valerie, that is so super fun. And welcome to the Heart of Influence. You might get to practice some improv today.
Thank you.
Let's do it. Next up, I'm going to introduce your co-producers for the day, the reason that you're all here today. And first from Chicago, Illinois, of course, a prominent accountant and entrepreneur specializing in real estate accounting and investing, president of PG Wetzel and Associates, offices in Downward Grove and Evergreen Park, Illinois, a BA from Luther College in Decorah, working in accounting world for the IRS for 43 years and celebrating 50 years total in business. Let's welcome the one, the only Perrin Wetzel. Mr. Perrin Wetzel, what fun fact do you have for us today, sir?
Okay, let's see. Well, I once had a client who owed the Internal Revenue Service over $1 million. And we agreed to pay them, and they agreed to pay them $1 million. But their lawyers, of course, told they couldn't do it. So I put on my Batman cape on, and we only paid them $200,000. So my client saved $800,000 because the lawyers decided they didn't want $1 million.
You saved your clients $800,000. I'm sure your client loved you for that. There's a lot of things I could think about doing with $800,000. So, Perrin, I know you're working on my taxes. If you can save me $800,000, we're going to be friends for life. Thank you, Perrin. Welcome to your Heart of Influence. And of course, the other half from Chicago, Illinois, motivational speaker, prominent family, relationship, and entrepreneur expert, empowers individuals to move towards financial freedom through business ownership. 40 plus years of work experience with various business structures, including nonprofit, for-profit, and entrepreneurship, an MBA degree from the University of Illinois, and highlighted on a 44th billboard in Times Square for 30 days in 2022. That seems like it was just yesterday, Loretta. Let's welcome to her show, Loretta Wetzel.
Always a pleasure to be here and having fun. In fact, my fact is I love to travel. So much so that I have been to 5 out of 7 continents, and I've been to the Great Wall of China, not once, but twice. And we are currently sitting in a hotel room because our daughter celebrated her 40th birthday and wanted us to come to Sedona, Arizona. So right now we are currently in Sedona. Love to travel.
Oh, that is awesome. Sedona, Arizona is one of my favorite places. Not easy to get to, but beautiful for sure. So enjoy all the magic and woo that Sedona has to offer. Loretta and Perrin, there's a lot of woo in Sedona, Arizona. That is for sure. Lot of woo. You got to go to the chocolate tree though. Like there's a restaurant, like it's called the Chocolate Tree. And they don't just have chocolate, but they do have amazing chocolate. I highly recommend the Chocolate Tree. That is a fun place to visit. Well, welcome, Mama Soul, Papa Soul. I will introduce myself today. I have co-hosted more than 1,800 episodes with more than 8,000 guests of this very show. But I got my start as an 8-year-old selling crafts on my parents' front lawn. And I had an incredible business model, not one that Perrin would recommend. But my parents would take me to Michael's, buy me all my supplies. I would sell my wreaths on the front lawn and I would keep all the profits. Not quite how business works today, but as an 8-year-old, it was very profitable. But I learned the art of selling because I had repeat customers. They would come back and buy my wreaths. And I learned the art of repeat customers. And when someone introduced me to a network marketing company when I was 18 years old, I became a top income earner in that company by the time I was 19 years old. I turned that skill set into when I went into commercial real estate. When that company shut down, I went into commercial real estate in Las Vegas, Nevada, where I was the first woman ever and the youngest woman ever to become the #1 business broker in the whole state of Nevada, and continued that record for 3 years. Then I was introduced to the personal development world, started training and teaching in sales, worked with every major hotel conglomerate in Las Vegas, and now I've been with the Unblinded team, driving the Heart of Influence for the last 5 years. And my fun fact for today is I learned to surf, ski, and scuba dive from a blind man, and I was in the cold waters of the Pacific Ocean. This past weekend, I was skiing in the mountains of Colorado this week, and I will be in the ocean of the Atlantic Ocean next weekend. So coast to coast waters and mountains. And that is my fun fact for today. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for that beautiful introductions. And now we're going to have a little fun because Plato said, a friend of Loretta and Perrin's, said, play a game with me for an hour and we will learn more about each other than if we spoke for a year. And so that's how this show is designed, for us to have a little fun, play a little game, and get to know each other and continue the relationship. So we do that by having a couple of participants that are going to go from hello to yes. And Mama Soul, Papa Soul, Perrin, Loretta, you guys will get to be in the role player seat today. And then you guys will be putting me on the hot seat since my co-host is not here. So keep that in mind for later in the show. But you'll get to role play with either Perrin or Loretta. They will be anyone that you want them to be that you would like to cause a yes with, because all business is built on the ability to cause yes. You can't get a book deal without causing yes. You can't get someone to buy your beauty products without causing yes. You can't get them to make a donation to your philanthropic or charity or your nonprofit without the ability to cause yes. And so that's the game we play on this show. Loretta or Perrin will be anyone that you want them to be. We've got Spalding in the participant seat. I got an idea, since our other participant didn't show up, who might else like to be in that participant seat, but Loretta Perrin, who else would we like to put into that participant seat today?
I think Valerie would be fun to
I
have.
was since Valerie likes improv, I was thinking she might want to improv today. So great job, Loretta. We were telepathically thinking. So Valerie Spalding, Loretta or Perrin will be anyone that you want them to be that you would like to cause a yes with. This is just a practice so you can get some feedback. There'll be anyone that you want them to be, a philanthropic partner that you would like to get a donation from, a possible book deal, or you'd like for them to invest in your business, anything in between that you would like to cause, maybe to join your organization, anything that you would like. So Mama Soul, who are we going to kick it off with, Spalding or Valerie?
Oh, well, let's just kick it off with Valerie first.
Well, let's just kick it off with Valerie. They're just like putting you into the hot seat. You said, oh, I do improv classes. Like, let's improv. Let's go. So Valerie, would you like to role play with Loretta or Perrin today?
I'll play with Loretta.
All right. And what role would you like Loretta to be that you would like to cause a yes with?
I would like to partner with Loretta on helping women improve their businesses.
This is going to be a hard one for Loretta because she doesn't like helping anyone. She's really unfriendly and kind of grumpy sometimes. So this might be a hard yes to get from Loretta. But Valerie, Loretta, if you'll take us in by saying, hello, this is Loretta, and take it from there.
Hello, this is Loretta.
Hi, Loretta. This is Valerie, and I am so excited to speak with you today. I heard so much about you. I heard that you run workshops and that you love working with other women to build women's skill sets, because we know women are not seen and heard the way they should be. So what I was thinking about us working together, how does that sound?
Well, first of all, thank you for reaching out. I'm always excited to meet other female entrepreneurs. I don't know much about you, Valerie, so can you share a bit about your background, please? And what are you seeking?
Yes, that's a great question, Loretta. So I'm an entrepreneur. I have my own business of powered speaking, and it's for both men and women, but I really like to focus on women because I think that we as women need more support for more visibility. Men have a lot of, the old patriotic things that they have, but women is always a struggle. And I heard so much about you. So what I'd like to do is have a workshop where you and I could work together. I teach public speaking skills, and I also teach improv because improv helps people get more confidence like that really, really fast. You're just thrown into the jungle and you got to survive. So that's pretty much what I do. And I think that with your skill set as a leader, that we can really put on a fantastic workshop of leadership, communication skills, and a little improv, because playing is fun and playing is learning. When we have fun, we learn. And so I read about your LinkedIn profile and how well you work with women and you champion them. And I do the same thing. So we're really a lot alike. So what I'd like to do is maybe sit down and see how we can work together.
And Valerie, this sounds all very exciting. And there are always possibilities. Out of curiosity, I'd like to know, what's the number one outcome women have when they work with you?
Yes, thank you. So what I'm seeing in the market right now is that women tend to be a little more afraid of standing out and speaking up. And so I think with your skill set in leadership and my skill set in presentation skills and improv, that we can help build their skills, their confidence to go after what they want, and get higher up at work. When women speak up at work, they're able to now support their family better, have more confidence, and also I think that we can teach them to want to help their brand to speak outside of their company also, to speak at conferences.
Well, let's set an appointment to talk further.
Okay, great. When's a good time for you? Either Wednesday
Well,
or
pause there
Thursday?
since we're a little
Yep.
bit over time, but really fantastic job, Valerie. I can see why the improv has paid off. So great job, Valerie. And then next we'll go Spalding. Spalding, who would you like to role play? Would you like to role play with Perrin, or would you like to role play with Loretta? If you just would like to unmute for us.
Well,
I was
Loretta's
gonna make you go
already.
from. Go ahead.
It's okay. Loretta's already been in the sandbox, so I'm going to play with Perrin.
All right. Perrin. I usually would like make Perrin because I usually make one of each like co-host go, but then I knew Loretta was kind of an ideal client, so I was gonna let you choose. But Spalding, what role would you like Perrin to play, please?
Okay, so Perrin and I are at a banquet and we happen to be seated next to one another. And I would like him to play the role of an accountant. Oh my goodness. And as an accountant, I would like to partner with him with some of his clients to have him be a referral for individuals that he may work with.
All right, this might be a tough role. Perrin, do you feel like you might be comfortable playing an accountant, or is that going to be a little bit out of your comfort zone? Can
I don't know.
you think you can handle it? Okay, take us in, Perrin.
All
How
right,
you
so
doing?
I am fantastic. I was just sitting here at the table and I was just listening to you gushing about your wife. Did you know that I was from Chicago also, Perrin?
No, I didn't know. I didn't realize that.
Oh my goodness. So I know you said that one of your offices was over in Evergreen Park. So, little fun fact about me is that I was born in Evergreen Park. So when they're like, what city were you born in? I technically wasn't born in Chicago, even though I claimed Chicago. But I always say Evergreen Park, Illinois, because it just winds up being something amazing. But I was just sitting here. I was just amazed. I heard you say that you helped someone save themselves $800,000 with the IRS. How'd you do that?
Oh, well, one of the things is that I built rapport with the IRS agent, and people don't realize is that it's all about understanding, because people with the Internal Revenue Service have a God complex. So when you understand that people have a God complex, what you do is you have to be able to move around and making sure that they feel seen, heard, understood. And that's what I was able to do with this agent. And because I made him feel comfortable, he decided not to pursue the case any longer, especially after I told him all the things that my client had been going over through in the last 20 years now, taxes, that he couldn't even understand why he still owed the money. So it turned
Wow.
out pretty well.
No, I find that a lot. I know when I first started in business, I didn't really understand all the tax laws and things that I shouldn't and should not have been doing as well. So I wish I had somebody on my side like you when I was initially going through, because I owed about $30,000 that I quickly had to pay off, but I didn't have an advocate like you on my team. So, what you do is absolutely amazing. Do you work with just do you find most of your clientele are just individuals, or are they business owners? Do you work with business owners?
Yeah, most of the 99% of my clients are business owners, and we prefer, because a person who they only have a W-2 job, then there's very little that they can do as far as tax break, especially the way in which the taxes are structured now. So everyone that we deal with has some type of business, and we can structure a business to meet your tax strategy. So we have people that want to pay more taxes, we have
Yeah.
people who want to pay less taxes, depending on what everybody in between. and
I want to
restructure.
pay less taxes. Is there is there a way that you can help me pay less taxes? I think that
Yes,
just about
yeah,
everybody.
I
Amazing,
get that.
amazing. Well, some of what I do, while I'm not necessarily in the tax field, but I work with a lot of small business entrepreneurs. Do you find that a lot of the clients that you work with are individuals that have problems with doing kind of like they get bogged down with the small repetitive things and they have problems like scaling and growing their business because they're in the minutia doing like, technical stuff. They are trying to get CRM systems and stuff put in place. Do you have a lot of individuals like that?
Yes, and most individuals don't realize there are like at least 10 to 15 different types of taxes, depending on what type of business you're in, determine what type of taxes you have to pay.
Mhm.
And they don't realize that, and we have to make sure that they understand that, what taxes are due based upon what type of business they're in. So that's a problem that we run across a lot. People understand, their payroll taxes, sales taxes, gas taxes, there are, you can name it, there's a tax for it.
Yep. Same thing over here. A lot of individuals don't really realize all of the different elements when they start a business, right? You got to have a marketing team, a sales team, right? You have to have your administrative support team. And so that's really one of the things that I specialize in with my particular company. And we're always looking for amazing individuals that we could partner with. One, to begin to help our small entrepreneurs grow, because I'm sure you're well aware of the statistics of how many small businesses fail within the first 5 years. And we really try and make sure, specifically Black women, but not only, but we try and make sure that they really have a leg up and succeed. And so, what I would like to do or discuss with you is maybe we can set up some time where we can talk and collaborate a little bit further, right? On one side, you're helping them understand their taxes and the different types of taxes that their business has to pay. And on
Excuse
my
me,
side,
Perrin. Excuse me, Perrin. Loretta said she needed you. So can you come over here and meet with Loretta real quick? She's waiting on you. She's been waiting on you for 5 minutes. She said she was tired of waiting. It's time to dance.
Thank you, Bella.
all right. Well, parent, I want to make sure that you don't get in trouble with the wife because that is important. But I did take your business card. So how about I give you a call, say Tuesday? Is morning, afternoon, or evening a better fit for you?
Mornings are better for me.
Okay, so I'll give you a call around Tuesday and we'll connect, all right?
Okay, all right.
All right, thank you.
Awesome. Really great job, Spalding. Love the setup at sitting at the table. That was fantastic. And now we get to the feedbackers, otherwise known as judges. Judges, this is the time in the show that we get to give back in the form of feedback. So we're going to offer 30 seconds of feedback to either Spalding or Valerie, something that they did fantastically, something that they could do to improve, and then what is one word on how they left you feeling. So let's kick it off with Dr. Nate. Dr. Nate, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Spalding, please?
Well, I thought Spalding was very engaging, and I thought that she was very empathetic. She was very much able to sort of tap into the fact that Perrin has done something very special. One of the very special things he's done is to cut someone's taxes by $800,000. She certainly entered with that as a point, and I think that she was informative in learning from him how this happened. I thought that was very well done. I thought that she was leading well into a plan to set up a further communication with him that might allow him to help her with her issues with respect to her business, help her manage optimally the tax issues related to her business. Every business has tax needs and tax issues, and certainly always great to have a tax expert in your corner, and clearly Perrin is that. I thought she did a great job of engaging with him.
Beautiful. And Dr. Nate, what would be your one word on how Spalding left you feeling?
She left me feeling as though she needed more time with him. She needed more time with him.
Needed more time. I agree.
Wanting more, wanting more.
Wanting more. I love it. Great job, Dr. Nate. And then let's go to Nat. Nat, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Valerie, please? Up, just unmute for us, Tanette.
Sorry. Valerie, I thought you did an amazing job. The impromptu was just perfect. You were very engaging and very persuasive, but it wasn't salesy. It was really just information. And you got to a yes, which was very important, which is the purpose. And you left me feeling good. Like, okay, she knows her stuff.
Feeling good. Love it. Tonette, thank you for that. And let's go, Loretta. Loretta, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Valerie, please? Or no, your 30 seconds feedback for Spalding. No, you role played with Valerie. I'm so confused. Your 30 seconds of feedback for Valerie, please.
You know, we got them all covered.
Yes.
What I love about interaction with Valerie is her energy, high vibrational energy, her alignment in what we're seeking to achieve, particularly with women. And she was very engaging. I love those things. An area to optimize is be sure, especially if you're on a phone call, qualify for time first. You jumped right in, and listen. I know that this is our show. Things happen, and you want to just check in to make sure still if it's a good time to talk and ask more questions. Those would be two areas of optimization, and you're feeling great.
I love it. I love it. That is beautiful. And let's go, Perrin. Perrin, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Spalding, please?
Yes, Pauline, loved your energy, and she made me feel, seen, heard, and understood in regards to that. And that's important. And the fact that she kept engaging me in wanting more and explaining to me as well as what she was doing with women and how that was important to her and how by working together we can benefit everyone. And things of improvement, you could shorten it up some after the yes sooner. I would say you went a little long, but other than that, everything was great. Your energy, quality, how you relate, and your smile is infectious.
Isn't that true? Isn't that true? Thank you. Perrin and Perrin, how about your one word for Spalding?
One word. I'll say fantastic.
Fantastic. I agree. Great job, Spalding. And everyone, this is the time in the show that I usually get to put my co-host on the hot seat in a scenario that he has no idea about. But since he's not here, I'm the one that gets put on the hot seat. And so Perrin, Loretta, hopefully you guys have come up with a scenario that you would like to see me go from hello to yes on. So what is that scenario you would like to see me go from hello to yes on? And who would you like for me to role play with?
What would you like Miss Bella to do? Something impossible.
Oh, yes, Miss Sean, not to have pizza.
That's
yeah.
with our co-host Sean Callaby, who doesn't know what a vegetable looks like, for him to eat vegetables. It's nearly impossible.
Oh my goodness. This is a true fact. So my co-host Sean Callaghy, who happens to also be my significant other, has never had a vegetable, does not eat vegetables, does not like vegetables, will not have vegetables. His primary source of food is pizza and or pizza, but maybe some chicken wings, but usually pizza. And can eat pizza like a couple times a day. Definitely eats pizza at least 4 times a week. And then intermittent with maybe a burger, maybe a chicken sandwich, or maybe a steak somewhere in between. So we're gonna get Sean to eat some vegetables. And Perrin, Loretta, who would you guys like to play the role of Sean Callaghy?
I think the best person would be Perrin because you know him best.
Well, Karen, are you up for playing Sean Callagy?
Okay.
All right.
Uh,
All right, let's do it. Let's say we're already out to dinner. How about that? So we're already out to dinner. We're with our unblinded certification partners, which you guys are, and we're already out to dinner. How does that sound?
okay. All right.
All right. Hey, hey, Sean, I had a thought. Would you mind stepping out with me for a moment? I have something that I want to talk to you about.
Okay. All right. No worries, Bella. What is it that I can assist you with?
Yeah, so I wanted to ask you, we get together with our certification partners a lot. We have dinner with them a couple of times a year, and you're always imparting so much incredible wisdom. And I didn't get the chance to talk to you before this dinner. What is it that you want the certification partners to take away from tonight? Why are we gathering tonight?
Well, Bella, I want to make sure that we are completely prepared for the merger that's coming up, uh, process mastery that we're working on. And I want to make sure that everyone is on the same page and looking at why we're doing what we're doing and all these new things that we're doing with active AI.
And yeah, so the upcoming process mastery, immersion, all the things that we are doing with AI. And let me ask you, like, do you think all of this AI stuff, do you think it's comfortable for people? Do you think it's uncomfortable for people? Like, where are you seeing that they're sitting, and how do you want them to leave tonight?
We want to make sure that they leave with awe, and that awe is what we've been building and building for. And in that we want to be the number one AI in the world, and we want to be the Justice League.
Yes, I know the Justice League is important, and we definitely model superheroes around here. And let me ask, do you think it's important at all for our certification partners to leave here? Because I've heard some of them talking about they're still kind of overwhelmed with, ACTI and all the stuff that we're doing in AI. And, do you think that, like I do you think that we're kind of pushing them out of their comfort zone a little bit? Would you agree with that?
Yes, and we want to continue to push people out of their comfort zone by pushing people out of their comfort zone that gives them the ability to grow and expand.
So we want to push people out of their comfort zone and grow and expand. So as their leader, do you think it's important for you to be an example of that growth and expansion?
Yes, definitely. And that's one of the reasons why we are transparent when we go ballistic because of something that happened. I don't want to be here.
That is very, very true. So, Sean, I have a crazy idea. You may think I'm out of my mind, but I couldn't agree with you more. As the leader here, doing stuff that you're uncomfortable with, being an example for that, because I think I heard you say that was important, right?
Yes.
So how do you feel about stepping out of your comfort zone tonight, being an example of what is possible, and having a little fun with getting out of your comfort zone, and sharing a little cream spinach or maybe some corn? Now, I know you don't like vegetables, but this is really about the vegetable. This is about being an example of stepping out of your comfort zone. Are you willing to be that example when we step back into the room tonight?
So am I hearing you correctly, Bella? You're asking me to have some vegetables.
Oh, Sean Callagy's calling. How fun is that? Hello, Sean Callagy. I'm doing a role play right now with Parent as Sean Callagy, causing him to eat some vegetables. Are you having some vegetables right now? Because you're about to have some vegetables later. He is about to have a salted caramel cone with brownie, and that is his definition of
vegetables
in a waffle bowl, and that is his definition of vegetables. That is not the vegetables that we are talking about here. But Sean Callagy, if you were sitting at dinner with your certification, I'm going to put you on speakerphone. because we're here with Mama Soul, Papa Soul, and their Heart of Influence. And if you were at a certification dinner and you were doing a talk on all about stepping out of your comfort zone, doing things that you were uncomfortable doing, would you be willing to have a bite of vegetables to be an example for your certification partners on the power of stepping out of your comfort zone and doing the things you don't want to do to be example of leadership? Would you be willing to do that?
No, it says
But it all has to do with leadership. And I know that being an example of leadership is important to you. So to be example of leadership, would you have a bite of like maybe some carrots, maybe some spinach, or maybe some corn? Because mashed potatoes don't count.
Yes, and now I'm going to be having some waffle carrots. Perrin, Loretta, love you guys. Let's go get it.
I think we got the yes from Sean Callaghy. Bye. I think we got the yes from the actual Sean Callaghy. I think that counts, Mom Soul, because now I don't know if I could convince him in the moment to have spinach instead of a caramel ice cream waffle cone, but Perrin, Loretta, does that suit, or you want me to keep going?
No, that's good, Bella. That's
How
good.
perfect was that? That was such perfect timing. And all kidding aside, Perrin, Loretta, how did I do at that role play? All kidding aside, even Sean jumping into that. And what do you think people should take away from that role play? Because it was super fun. And what do you think that they should take away?
Sure. I think what they should take away is the ability to, when you want to go from hello to yes to someone, the way in which you set that up was actually brilliant. I loved it because you tied it in to something that we all could relate to. And you tied it into modeling, which is part of the unblinded formula. And it's like, oh, okay. So they should take away modeling as part of it is very important. Listening, being empathetic and building emotional rapport with that other person. They should take that away as well. And then also should take away that sometimes that the final result isn't that you can't jump from that to that final yes. Sometimes those yeses come in baby steps. So when you go to hello to yes, you get a micro yes to the next yes.
I love it. I love it. That is so true. Loretta, thank you for teeing that up for everybody, because it is about finding out what is important to them. And I knew leadership was important to them. So thank you for that. Mama Soul, Papa Soul, we'll come back to you for final in just a moment. But let's go Spalding. Thank you for jumping into that participant seat. And how was your time overall on the Heart of Influence, and anything that you would like to share?
I mean, it was amazing. It was fun. I enjoy meeting right individuals and finding the 6 degrees of separation. So I'm finding out that Tonette is a really good girlfriend of my sister, and we have relationships now in Philly, South Carolina, so just all over the place. And I guess the last thing I just want to say, even as I was listening to you move individuals into that yes, was also the repetitive nature around the things that you wanted them to understand, like you being an example of leadership and everything. And so I thought that was brilliant. So thank you.
Thank you, Spalding. Great job into the participant seat. Thank you so much for being here. And let's go Dr. Nate, who kicked us off into the judges seat. Really fantastic job. Thank you for being here. And Dr. Nate, how was your time overall on the Heart of Influence?
I enjoyed it. It was fun. I was impressed with the way that you got Sean to have to recognize that what he really values is what you're trying to get him to do. And so you're moving him in a direction that he'd already espoused his interest in. So I think that was very smart. You did a good job on that.
Thank you so much for that, Dr. Nate. Dr. Nate, how was your time overall on the Heart of Influence?
I enjoyed it.
Beautiful.
Had a good time. Great to meet everybody. Great to meet everybody.
Great to meet you as well. And let's go, Valerie, who was volunteered into the participant seats. Really fantastic job. Saw your improv come out fully. And how was your time overall in the Heart of Influence?
Oh, it was so much fun. It's all improv, isn't it? And so I really love your the way you pulled out information from Perrin, and I know that, but of course, being on the hot seat, I didn't really do much of that. But I really it was a lot of fun, and just being meeting everybody, I think was exciting too.
Oh, beautiful. Well, it was a pleasure to meet you as well, Valerie. Thank you for your participation. And let's go, Tonette. Tonette, thank you for being here. How was your time overall in the Heart of Influence?
I think it was very well spent time. And I'm so glad I got invited. I am so glad that I'm here. I met everyone. The energy was just off the chart. I love the high energy. I love the excitement, the alignment, and Perrin. I really like, and I know this, but it's really good to just remember to make people feel seen, heard, and understood. And you said that repeatedly, and I wrote it down because I want to make sure I practice that. Make sure people feel seen, heard, and understood in every conversation that we have.
Beautiful, Tonette. That came from Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey said that she held the stage and microphone for 20 years because she caused people to feel heard, seen, and understood on the show. So thank you so much for that, Tonette, and thank you for being here. And let's go. I think that takes us to Mama and Soul, Papa Soul. So let's start with Loretta. Loretta, how about any final that you have for everybody today?
Well, first, I'd like to acknowledge each one of you with gratitude for playing full out, whether participant or judge. We really enjoyed your high energy. We're glad that you received value. And our invitation to you is this is just the beginning. There's so much more behind what it is we do in terms of Integrous Influence. And so, whether you want to grow and scale your business, whether you want to optimize relationships with your significant other, whatever it is that you are seeking, this ecosystem that you have had a chance to take just a peek at, because it's only a peek at this time, is something that has enriched our lives, both professionally and personally. So we'll follow up with each one of you to share more about what the unblinded formula in Integrous Influence can do for you, as well as share about the upcoming immersion that we have.
Yes, that's coming up in February, and we're giving everybody here a complimentary ticket to the immersion. It's going to be February 5th through the 7th in what is it,
Park Ridge, New Jersey.
Park Ridge, New Jersey. And it's going to be a marketing sale at Sunset Mastery. And it was going to be one of the most masterful influence we're going to have.
It definitely will be masterful. It definitely will be probably the best one we've attended, because in addition to just the peak that you shared here, we're going to delve more into ACT-I, or actualized intelligence, that will simply blow your mind.
Yes, could not agree more. And there will be a link in the chat. And everybody, I just want to say thank you. This is a really fantastic group of individuals here today. And Mama Soul, Papa Soul, Perrin, and Loretta, they did such a fantastic job bringing individuals together today to do more. And that's what this show was designed for. It came out of COVID when the world was shut down and we didn't have a way to meet people in person. And so Sean created this show so people could meet virtually. That's better and more fun than a cup of coffee, because Platos did say, play a game with me for an hour and we'll learn more about each other than if we spoke for a year. And so that's why this show is designed. There's much more to do with each other. There's much more to do with Unblinded. We have some gifts for you in the chat. Definitely check those out. You'll also get an email. We're going to invite you to a LinkedIn group where we just started this group this year, but we're going to be bringing in all past participants of the Heart of Influence, just to be able to build relationships, to be able to connect and build ecosystem mergers, because we like to say 1 + 1 could equal 1 trillion relationships and compound influence. And you can learn more about those in the email by clicking those links and having that conversation with the business acceleration session with our team. And they'll explain what all of that means, immersions and all the things, and what is possible for you. So Per and Loretta, I just want to say again, fantastic job putting together this show today. Definitely connect with each other. And we end every show by saying this: sometimes we are all blind to the opportunities right in front of us and just learning to see. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you, Spalding. My new